Cool. All right. So first, I know the recognitions. I know Kelly, I think, is at 8 Success Club points already. Maggie, I didn't check today. Yesterday was at 2. Are you at 4 today? Did it show up yet? I can't hear.
So I think by the end of tonight, I should probably be up to 5.
Oh, good.
I think I have 2, and then I sold just the 21-day fix, but you don't get any points for that, right?
Right, but you still get the commission, which is good. And then I'll bump up a post with how to make sure you're all set to get free leads and everything. We'll talk about that, and to actually qualify for Success Club. It's more than just the points, but nothing. You probably have everything, but just to make sure. And then Brooke and Samantha, Brooke's at 2, Samantha's at 3, I'm at 4. I know there are crazy links. Of course, last time I went balls to the walls messaging. I have 19 unread messages right now, and I haven't been able to do a single thing. And I have a call after this, and I'm like, oh Lord. I mean, it was good. So I was on this diamond call last night, which we'll just talk about for a minute before we talk about what I want to talk about tonight. And let me grab my notebook. It was like 2 elite coaches. I actually had never heard of them before, and they just had this system that was really simple, and they broke it down with they broke it down with very simple scripts. So like the first one, the first script was basically just, hey, I don't know if this is going to interest you, or I hope I'm not bothering you. I don't know if this is going to interest you or not, but I'm running a fitness boot camp accountability group at the end of the month. Is this something you'd want to join, or something like that? Super simple, basic. I went to my Z's last night and did everyone in my Z's, which was not that many people, obviously, because it was Z's, and a lot were coaches, and just sent them that message. And I got back I think there were maybe 7 or 8 people that I messaged, and one was a former customer that I just said hey to, a free lead. And I got 2 people responded, and just were like, yeah, I'd love more information. And then they give you a script on what to say next. And so it's pretty basic. It's nothing we don't know. And they also gave me a little script, which obviously is also easy. When someone adds you, say you send out your friend requests, and then someone accepts, you just say, hey, thanks so much for the ad. I noticed we had a few friends in common, or whatever the situation is. You popped up on my suggested friends list. I said something like, I look before and check out the profile, and oh, did you go to Portsmouth High School? Or do I know you from somewhere? You look so familiar, something. And I've gotten which is my inbox is full. I've gotten so many messages. I couldn't even keep up last night. I think I got 50 new Facebook friends between last night and today. And at 11:30, I was like, I have to stop sending these messages. I have to go to bed. But it was a great way to just start, because when if you're just adding friends with no value, what's the point? If you're not doing anything with them, they're just going to sit there, especially if you don't go to the A to Z friend messenger system. Oh yay, Tanya. Hello.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
No problem. Yay. It was just super simple stuff that we all know, and it just makes it easier. So I'll post the scripts. I have a Google Doc of it. But what they do, which is kind of cool, is they do live Zoom power hours. So I'm going to try doing this. I'm going to do it once a week, obviously on a schedule that works for me. So I'm going to post in our group. I'm going to try. I was going to do Friday nights, but I'm not sure if my daughter is sleeping over at my parents' house. Usually she does. So I just sit around doing work, and I'd love people to do it. So I might have to buy the more expensive Zoom, but I'm just going to keep my computer open from say 8 to 10 or whatever the times are. And we can talk about times that work best for everyone, and keep my computer open, share my screen, do whatever it takes. And we're literally going to go through this power hour, how they did it. It's so cool. So they would send out, they send out 40 of those messages a day. And I was like, that's a little crazy. So I was thinking maybe 10 a day. If you do 5 days a week, that's 50 messages. So easy. And it's not like a, forming thing or anything. That's just a quick doing your power. Then they do 15 follow-ups based off of the 10 in play, which we'll talk about. So the first live power hour we'll go step by step through it so everyone knows kind of like how to do it and what the scripts are and everything. So you find a 10 in play, like people you've talked to, maybe they have a link, maybe you're just waiting on, maybe you know they're about to send a link. So you make your 10 in play list which is what Elizabeth Hartke talks about also. You follow up with those people during that Zoom hour. And then you spend 5 minutes adding as many people to your contacts list as you can. And then you spend 15 minutes following up with your challengers. But they also had a great script and showed us how to set up email so you can, like the minute someone buys a challenge pack, you can set up this thing called Boomerang in Google or Gmail, and it just sends out automatic emails and you like write it out. So it's like, hey, we're done the prep week. Are you ready to go? Do you have any questions for me? Or how was your first week? Any struggles, any failures, any successes, like little questions like that. And it's just like, you just set it up. The first week, obviously, always you can talk to them through Facebook Messenger. I don't know how to do it through Facebook Messenger, so that's just email, but I thought it was a cool idea. At least, if nothing else, you're definitely reaching them in the next 4 weeks. You set those emails up. So that was pretty much it. I mean, I have a million notes, and I'll post the recording too. It was just cool. It was a lot of us just doing the power hour, so there was a lot of dead time, but it was a good motivator. And I was thinking about, Sam reminded me, like the Nikki Johnson call that we did a couple weeks ago with our vision board. I'm like, I don't know if I would have gotten around to doing my my dream board for 2016, because it takes time. You got to put it aside and turn off everything. And since we all did it on the call together, I got it done then. By the end of the night, it was done. So it's kind of nice to have everyone. You can ask questions. We can field messages and stuff. So I got a lot out of that call. And if you guys, it's okay if one person joins the Zoom call, I'll still be doing my power hour. It's okay if no one does. Like, it's okay if everyone hops on, you hop on at different times for 10 minutes, ask a question. It'll kind of be a chance where like, I'm live, I'm here. If you got a message from someone you don't know how to respond to. And I know there are so many messages in Team F.L.Y that you guys posted yesterday and today when I told you to, and I didn't respond to any of them yet, but I see them and I have not forgotten. So I'm sorry. Today took me off course. But I wanted to talk today about the life cycle of a challenger, because I have seen so many returns the past couple weeks, more than ever. So I wanted to make sure that that's not happening, not because money or whatever. It's not about that. It's because it really, I need water. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I have no water here. Sorry. Okay, so because it kind of like just, it's not worth it. What's the point? I never want to have someone buy a product and not use it. Like if they're not ready for it, a lot of times people will buy things and they think they're ready and then they get it and they're not, and it's intimidating or whatever the situation is. But the least returns that we can make happen is easier. Returns are a pain in the ass, first of all, for them to deal with it, to go back. It spreads a bad word. It puts puts your name in a bad thing, because they're probably not going to recommend you to anyone because they have to deal with the whole return. And if it's over the 60 days, then they don't get it. They do. I know they say a 30-day money back guarantee, but it's actually 60 days. So I tried to fight it so hard with Coach Relations one day. I was like, you said 30 days. I want my money. And they're like, yeah, no, it's 60. And it's in the FAQ and stuff. So they tell them 30, but they really have 60, because they take the shipping, 2 weeks for shipping on both sides they allow. So we don't want, we don't want our customers to have a bad experience. We want to make sure they're getting the right programs and that they're committed to it. And also it affects your rank. It affects your status. Like you can go inactive if you have too many returns or even one return, and which could affect your banked volume. You'll lose all your banked volume. It's just not worth it. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about what I do with my challengers. And if you have any tips, I'd love to hear them too, because this is just my way. It's definitely not perfect. So the first thing I do when I'm setting them up, and this was all on a PowerPoint that I had, but we're going to just wing it right now. So when I set them up, I talk to them and I'm like, hey, you know, I figure out what program is best for them. I ask them I'm going to scroll back to the beginning. So we start off our conversation. They say they're interested, right? I say, what are your health and fitness goals? They say they're looking to lose 15 to 20 pounds by a wedding that they have to go to in March. Awesome. You know how much time? And then I always ask, what kind of workouts do they like to do? Because for me personally, I don't like if someone had been like, here's T25, because I used to always watch the infomercials and want to buy T25 because the results look amazing. 25 minutes, it looks awesome. But I've done a couple workouts and they're way too hard on my body. I can't jump like that. They hurt my knees. They're not fun for me. And so if someone had recommended that to me, or I just bought it off the TV, I wouldn't have liked it and I never would have done it. So I like to find out what type of fitness they like. I recommend the 21-day fix to a lot of people, but not to everyone. Some people, I know, I was talking with Maggie the other day about what her customer wanted. You know, some people, the BOD, the Beach Body On Demand, is the best. So they can try a few different things, especially soon you're going to be able to unlock for a certain price, whatever workouts they have. So if you haven't bought the 21-day fix, you can unlock it, pay for it, and do it on demand. You don't have to buy the program also. It's a little bit better savings. So people like like if you're a super scatterbrain, you're like, oh, I like to do this and that and this and that. You know, if they tell me they love Zumba, I suggest size. If they're like ready to run a marathon, they're like, I'm prepping for, you know, the Boston Marathon. I need super high intense. I'll do Insanity Max 30. I'm trying to think if they're like older or they have a ton of weight to lose, or they have bad knees or they're just not in great shape, I'll suggest P90, so that, you know, it's a base program. It's scary because I don't know why they called it. I mean, I know why, because it's Tony Horton, but it's like the pre to P90X, P90X3. It's like kind of like old school Power 90. And that's for any fitness level. And you get great results with that too. For guys, I do Body Beast, you know, probably still over Masters, Hammer and Chisel, but depends what their goals are. But a lot of our programs now are coming with the 21-day fix meal guide. So that's a great advantage. So what I tell them is, okay, so you like Zumba and you're looking to lose 20 pounds by March, you know, and then I ask them, it's one of our files that we have on our computer. I ask them a few questions. I'm like, what is the one thing that's held you back from reaching your goals in the past? They usually say they're not motivated, or they can't control their eating or something like that. They just want to eat sweets or whatever. Okay, well, obviously Shakeology is perfect for that. Then I talk about that. Or if they say they have no motivation, our accountabilities group for that, that's what I'm here for. I'll check in with you whenever you need me to. You know, we can set up a schedule. You can contact me at any time. And then once we pick out a program, I say, okay, this is what it comes with. If you've chosen the 21-day fix, it comes with, the 7 or 8, I always forget. I know I lie every time. 8 portion control containers and 7 DVD workouts, or vice versa. A shaker bottle, a 30-day supply bag of Shakeology, me as your personally sponsored coach, a meal plan, grocery list, and something else. Because that's what it comes with. And I'd say it comes with the Shakeology. That's just how I learned to do it. I don't say, oh, you can get the 21-day fix or it with Shakeology. I said that's what it comes with. If they've done their research and then they've looked online, they can see that they can get the 21-day fix for $60 and they're not interested in Shakeology, then we can talk a little bit different after that. But I say this is the best deal. You know, it's on sale for $140 right now. So you're saving like, I forget, it's like $80 or $90. It's something crazy. And you can tell them there's a money back guarantee on the bag. I don't, because I want to make sure that they're going to try it at least for the 30 days. And then after they're like, okay, yep, sounds great. Can you send me the link? I ask for their email address. Then I send it always through Coach mobile app. And then I send them a message saying, hey, it's the one in our group. I bumped it the other day, or I edited a doc. And says, hey, just want to let you know, I'm sending you the link the same way I send it to all my customers. It's to sign you up as a discount coach. And, just basically for the savings, you'll be saving, $15 a month. If you want to continue, if not, there's no penalties. We can cancel at any time. Just let me know. And it asks for your social, but it's not a big deal. So I send that email message to them. Then I send them the Coach mobile app. I've only had one person, and she was a little bit older, and said that she didn't want to do it that way. Because she didn't want to give out her social, which was fine. And she just got it regular. That was fine. And then I signed them up. And then I put the first 5 points, Success Club points, under me, and then I put the rest under my dad. Personally, it's not a goal of mine to get to 10. I find it more beneficial to get the free leads, put the rest of the links under my dad, get the volume from that. So sometimes, I mean, my dad's name is Andrew Fleischer. It's not like it's that far off that they're wondering who the hell that is. So no one's ever actually asked. But some people, I'm like, hey, I'm moving. You're going to be under my dad. It's the same thing. It's just a business move. I'm still your coach. It's just his name. I run his account. No one's ever questioned that either. Okay, so then they've ordered. And then I say, yay, congrats. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you for taking this step. I know it's not easy, but you've definitely made the right decision. I'm here to help you any step of the way. And then depends on the time when they're doing it. So like if it was right now, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to add you to my challenge group that I have going on right now, just to get you started and so you can see what it's like. You'll be able to look in there. There's the meal guides you can check out. If you kept the 30-day BOD, you can, I show them how, I say, go to the top left, click on Team Beachbody, Beachbody on Demand. And then I tell them, if you didn't unclick that when you signed up, you have 30 days of it. And then you can start right away. It gives you the meal, it gives you the whole book, but on file. And you can start your workouts tomorrow if you want, or you can wait for your package to come in. And then I add them to the group and done. And then I say, just let me know the day that your package comes in so I can walk you through it and we can talk about it. Sometimes they tell me, sometimes they just start posting in the group and you're like, oh, you got your package. And then I'm like, okay, once they tell me they got their package, or once I notice, or you can track it online too, or set up a reminder, whatever the easiest way is for you. Set a reminder on your phone and say like, okay, I see that I got your package. Did you figure out which calorie bracket you're in? Do you need any help with that? We've been doing this. We know it's not that hard for us. We know how to, if our weight goes up to X amount, you're changing a bracket, or if it goes down, you're changing a bracket, right? Not everyone thinks like that. So make sure that they're all set and know what that means. I always offer to do either a Zoom call or a phone call too. And then I show them, here's how I do my meal plans. I mean, I don't like send them them. I just like, hey, they're in the group, because that's what I've already done. That's right there. Oh, excuse me. But you made me yawn through the TV. So as we all fall asleep. Let's see. So lost my train of thought. Okay, so I tell them how to set up a meal plan. I said, please send it to me when you're done, so I can take a look at it. Because a lot of times, like, people will, even though they have the book, they'll still get the wrong things, or like they'll put a fruit that's really a grain. I see that one all the time. Or they'll have like 3 reds like before noon and then be done with the reds, or have 3 or 4 yellows in the afternoon. And so obviously there's no right or wrong, but I just give tips because people don't know. I say, oh, this looks so good. Great job. Make sure you add a cheat meal in there. I'm a big fan of cheat meals. But too big a fan, whatever. Add in your cheat meal, make sure you add that in. And then you might want to spread out your reds throughout the day. It will keep you hungry. It'll keep you satisfied longer, whatever I say, and then I just tell them a little bit about the challenge group. This is here for you. Post every day. If you're uncomfortable, you can send me a message. But I'm like, you don't have to post yourself in your underwear. You can just, post that you did a workout, or send a picture, post your food if it's not comfortable for that. Not everyone posts in the challenge group, which is totally fine. And then I probably just check in like after that first initial thing, once a week, and see how they're doing. I mean, I do it through Facebook Messenger, but I'm probably going to start doing it maybe through Gmail. Although I hate checking. I don't know. It's going to be tough. It'll be tough to switch over to that. But if it's automated and I don't have to send out the initial message, because, like, obviously I'm like, oh yeah, every Sunday night I'll message my challengers and see how they're doing. And it's like Monday morning and then Tuesday morning. I'm like, okay, seriously, I have to message these people. So then just message them. And if it went out automatically, then when they respond, that's like my trigger to be like, oh, okay, now I can respond back. And then I forgot a step. Also, that same day, or usually the next day after, because I know it's a lot of information the first day they order, So the first or second day after that, I send the next message, which I added the document to in our team page. I say, they say, oh, here are a few admin items. That was Nikki Goss's script. And so that way they know to cancel their Beachbody on demand, that they're that they're going to be billed $116 ish in 30 days. Those things, because no one likes those surprises. And I truly don't feel, at least for our coaches, no one doesn't tell someone on purpose. It's not like we're trying to get the extra $30 or whatever it is from their challenge bag. It's because we forget or we don't realize their bag's going to ship. And so if you send it out right away, the chances of them, then it's on them. If they forget to do it, you've reminded them. I mean, you can't hassle people. How many times are you going to tell someone to cancel their membership? But you've told them it's out there, and let me know if you have any questions. The other day I had a situation with some girl, and she bought a challenge pack, excuse me, and already had a bag of Shakeology. So it's like, cancel your bag of Shakeology, your original one. And I just looked yesterday, and I don't think she had canceled it yet. But that's a side note because it didn't make any sense in my back office. Anyway, because she's a discount coach and she still showed a why, but anywho, so I have to check in with her. And as long as you're checking your back office, I go to my business, my customers, my customer orders, and I click on I sort by last order date, and then I sort by home direct. So you can click on those tabs and it'll sort and filter. So if you click on home direct, it'll show you anyone who's on home direct except coaches. So if you've signed someone up as a discount coach, they will have an N there. Okay. So don't forget that those people are still on home direct. And you can still, before we were signing people up as discount coaches, about 3 weeks after they ordered, I'd send them a message. I'm sorry, guys. I need to pull it together here. As soon as about 3 weeks after, I'd send a message being like, hey, just let you know your next bag's going to ship on this date. If you're not interested in having it ship again, or you want to change the flavor, blah, blah, here's the number. Here's the link I give them, and you can give them a coach, even if they're not a discount coach and they're just a customer, you can give them the coach phone number, like the coach relations number. You don't have to give them the customer number. So give them the coach number. They'll have better experience. And I often give them the link to chat too. And I'm like, hey, here's the link to chat. Sometimes I only chat almost always. So I'm like, just chat them, tell them. Then they won't harass you. I even say that because I've had some people that have tried to cancel over the phone, and the coach relations gives them a hard time. And I'm like, oh, just chat through this message. Tell me you want to cancel all your future stuff, whatever. And they won't give you a hard time about staying on for another month. Because I truly don't, nothing irritates me more than return. It messes up my accounting, and that's pretty much it. And I can't handle that. And it messes up my volume, which really irritates me. So, and it's not the right thing to do. Yes, I am such an ML. But also, I think about this. I went out to dinner with Poppy tonight when she was like, I infected the entire restaurant with conjunctivitis, but it was so fun. But my background is restaurant, so I'm in customer service. It's how my brain is hardwired. So I saw this lady standing at the door for 3 or 4 minutes. And I mean, no one greeted me or said goodbye to me or anything. But no one greeted this lady for 3 or 4 minutes. And I was like, man, she could have just walked out. That is so rude that no one said hello to her. No one asked how she was doing. No one met her needs. And this is a restaurant. I mean, granted, it was 4:00 on a Thursday or whatever, but come on. And so then I think back to my business, and I'm like, okay, how many times have I given bad customer service? Because that's technically what we do. We are selling a product just like the restaurant is, and we owe it to these people to deliver on our promise. And believe me, I've missed all these steps that I just mentioned millions of times with more than one customer. So not perfect. And these are just things that I've learned along the way, because I don't want to piss off customer. It's just not worth it to me. I don't know. And because a lot of these people are friends ordering and family, and it's a lot of word of mouth. And if people say that they just, I bought from Katie and it cost me $140, and then I had to wait 3 weeks, and I had to return it, and then they finally sent me my money, but then I had to call 10 times to get my money. who's going to come back? Who's going to come back to me? You know, nobody. So just like when you're out and you're, you know, watching things with, I don't know, I'm so into customer service because I was a restaurant manager for 10 years, but just remember that's what we're doing. So if you're not into, if you just want the sale and then you don't want to do the after steps, you're going to have returns and your business won't flourish. And that's not the helping people part. Like, they can just go buy it for the same price on Teen Beachbody. You know, they don't have to have us. They don't have to have us to help them. But like the messages that Kelly got, and I got one the other day, that are like, actually, and someone else just posted one too, Tanya maybe. You know, these things that these customers are saying to us are truly us changing. They're not just saying that to like boost our confidence. They mean that. They would not have been able to do this without us. It's why Weight Watchers has leaders. Anyone can go and buy like those smart dinner boxes or whatever, you know, figure out their calories that they're supposed to eat and call it a day. Anyone can do that, but that's not what this is about. It's about making sure that they have a good experience, and they need someone to hold them accountable and give them a push. You know, I ride a fine line sometimes when people are like, especially in my groups, when someone's like, oh, I cheated so bad, I like totally fell off the bandwagon. And I'm like, part of me is like, I totally get it. I've been there, literally wrote the book on falling off the bandwagon. But I'm your coach, and how many times can I say it's okay? Because that's not what you pay me for, you know. But also, I don't, you know. So it's a fine line. You need to know what type of people you're dealing with, and you know, especially, you know, how good of friends you are with them. If you know that they can handle you saying like, hey, dumbass, like pull your shit together, put on your big girl panties and stop eating the fucking cookie, then say that to him. I mean, that's me. That's what I would like someone to say to me. And that's what I'd say to some people. Actually, not Maggie. I wouldn't say that to her. But, you know, but other people are like, you need to be like, it's okay. We totally make mistakes, and, you know, forget about the past and move on and just look forward. And, you know, one day of bad eating isn't going to wreck your goals. But if you don't move forward, oh man. But if you don't move forward from now, then you will not reach your goal. So, and then remind them of their why. And I like to talk to them about their why and post it in the group. And that really helps to bring it back to them. Say, you said you had a wedding to go to in 6 weeks. Are you ready? Like, are you thinking about that? Is that in your head? Put the dress up on the wall that you have to wear to that wedding. Or like, put a picture of the girls that you have to be with. I don't know, that works for me. Like, when I'm looking at this like new leadership conference that everyone's at right now, and I'm going to see all these girls in like 6 weeks at on the cruise. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to be sitting next to Hannah, who's like this. I should probably put down the whatever it is, you know, that I should be eating. So just remind them of their whys too. I think that's it. I know I speak really fast. I just want to make sure we're doing the best, and don't hesitate to reach out for help. If you need someone to help you run a challenge group, or if you need someone to check in your challengers or anything like that. Oh, I did forget what I was going to do. Don't hesitate to reach out to help. I don't mind reaching out to people and checking in with them, or putting someone in my group or whatever. Like, that's what we're a team for a reason. No one can do this alone. Any questions?
I needed this call. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's so easy to make a sale, and we just push for Success Club 5, and then you're like, shit, it's February 1st. Now I got to push for Success Club 5 again. Like, and then you forget what you did last month.
Right. So since these are all my first customers ever, do you only how does your attention to how do I put this? Do you give different people different attention depending on what they've bought? You know what I mean? Like, for example, like somebody who just bought 21 Day Fix but didn't buy anything else. Like, do you just like equal attention to? My instincts would be that it would be, but I just don't like the same attention to, regardless of if they're a coach, if they got a challenge pack, if they just got like shake or a.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and honestly, I'd probably give the 21 Day Fix person a little bit more attention so that they buy the Shakeology. I mean, I certainly put them in the group.
She has a different shake that she uses.
That's a good point. What I wanted to do for a couple minutes here, and I want to post it in our team, but yeah, I would treat them all the same. I mean, she may not get results as fast. I keep talking about Shakeology and why it's different than other shakes and how it's better. Because I mean, there's, my favorite saying ever is like I own a Hyundai. I'm pretty proud of it, but I know it's a cheap ass car. I cannot walk into a Hyundai dealership and expect to get a car with an engine like a BMW or a Mercedes. It just doesn't work like that. You get what you pay for in life, people. And if you don't think that's true, go to a grocery store, go out to eat, go to
Get a babysitter.
Exactly. Go to a daycare, anything. You get what you pay for. And people have such a hard concept with that. And just as with being in the restaurant industry for 10 years, you get what you pay for. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about objections. And I had a little thing where we had the objections on the right and what to say about them on the left. But if you guys were on Bonnie's call the other night on whatever call up, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday night, about basically making your personal Facebook page a sneak peek. So if we do those 21-day fix sneak peeks that Megan does, well, you can just do it right on your Facebook page, just more subtly. So I want to talk about objections. So spit out any objections about anything Beachbody that you've ever heard, whether it's coaching, the products, anything. I want to hear it all. And I'm going to make a list, and then I'm going to put it on our team page, and then I want you guys to take from that, and we're going to put ways to spin it and make it into something positive so we can talk about it and like kind of put those people's objections on our Facebook pages. I'll give you an example once you guys give me some.
I'm too lazy. No, I've never stuck to anything before.
Did you hear me?
No.
It's just too expensive.
Mm-hmm. I don't have time for coaching but that goes for both.
I don't like Shakeology, which is the first time I've heard that this week. And I also had, I don't think I can sell things.
Yeah.
You can get the same shake from like GNC.
Definitely. Yeah. You can buy hamburger meat from Walmart too.
I had one today say that she wasn't into fitness.
I would like to die as soon as possible. Keep going. I like these.
My schedule's too busy to meal plan.
Oh yeah. I don't cook ever. I'll never cook. I got someone tell me, "Can I do this without cooking?"
Well, how does she eat?
She eats out and just like she'll heat up a bag of frozen something.
I got my favorite one was somebody telling me that they thought that it would work better. Like they thought the Shakeology would work. How I understood it was being surprised that there was a fitness aspect to it when they thought it was just like a bullet. You know what I mean? Like
I'll never be able to give up soda. I got that one. Or junk food. She went on for a while about all the things she really likes.
How about unsupported by like your spouse?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've gotten that.
Me too. Those are good ones.
Too busy, like no time to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we all have nothing going. All of us here have nothing going on to do right now. No one is tired right now. So I'm gonna post this in our group, and maybe I'll do a doc or something, and just keep adding to it. Anytime you get an objection, I'll take down my GEMS pin because no one pins on it anymore, even though it's my favorite thing ever. But I'll put this up there and like, maybe I'll make a doc or something, and let's put down like something you could say, like a comment or an objection or a post you're going to do. Pick one and talk about it tomorrow and be like, okay, people say, my favorite one is when people say Shakeology is too expensive. And I'm like, people, please. I am a single mom. I make diddly squat at my day job, and I have a daughter in full-time daycare, and I own my home. I have to eat. I know it's cheaper because I've gone to Dunkin' Donuts. A Dunkin' Donuts coffee is $2.60 these days for a medium or something like that. That's for just the coffee, not a breakfast sandwich.
Donut or a muffin.
Yeah.
Just, there are only potentially two Patriots games left.
Shit, that's not much free coffee left. But I have three free coffees on my Dunkin' Donuts app for my birthday. Anyways. All right, we have 1 minute left. I just wanted to say thank you guys for jumping on. I'm going to put this in our group. I don't have really a quote, but I'm sure I can think of something quickly. Let's just, just make the best of your situation. Every one of us has shit going on. Every person we talk to has shit going on. I have heard a shitstorm from a shitty ton of people lately. Not you guys. So just not actually anyone on our team. But just like excuses.
Sure, not me?
Yeah, no, not you. No. But like, I know it's hard. Like, life is hard. Believe me, I have more excuses than I have to have a call with Nikki Johnson in like 15 minutes, and I don't know what the hell I'm going to say to her. Like, I'm lazy. So just know that it will be worth it. I guarantee you. Even I just looked at my bank account from my checkbook so far that I've gotten this month, and I was like, oh my God, it's so low. And I'm like, in reality, it's not low, but for what I want to be making, it's low. But just remember, this is an opportunity, guys, and it will take a little bit of time, but keep going. I promise you, just stick with it. That's all I have to tell people. Like, how many times I have to tell people not to quit? I promise you. Give it a year. It's 1,000% worth it in a year. And the money comes with the right attitude. So this is just the pump up I needed tonight. So, all right, we're probably going to get cut off.